Hello, Facebook friends. Happy to see you today, and I'm here with Mark Jewell,
Yes.
who's with NCAE and a champion of public education, as I feel that I am as well. And I am going to just ask Mark to tell us what's happening this week. Nobody, I'm sure, even knows.
I know. Nobody knows what's going on May 1st this week. Well, thank you, Representative Cynthia Ball, for inviting me to come here. We want to thank you for your leadership on behalf of public education, particularly in North Carolina.
Well, that's the reason I ran for office.
Absolutely. In North Carolina's 1.53 million public school students. Very proud of the fact that the state of North Carolina is standing up in thousands on May 1st to come to Raleigh to advocate on behalf of their public schools. We tell everybody, give you a little bit about the details. This is a very big event coming up here on May 1. It's been planned for a couple of months at our representative assembly. We've had a great team of folks making sure that every I is dotted and T is crossed. But here's what's going on here. This is a march for educators, not just teachers, but also all of our public school employees, including our
counselors,
our nurses, our cafeteria workers, our custodians and bus drivers, our administrators, and also for our communities. Our theme, of course, is strong students, strong schools, strong communities. You can't have one, we can't have one without having all three. So we are gathering here in Raleigh. Buses are gonna start rolling in from all across the state at about 8 o'clock into the NCAE Center at 700 South Salisbury Street. As we gather, we're going to have lots of information. We'll have some tables of some partners who have setting up tables there.
Who are some of the partners who
We've got Public Schools First, NC. We've got the Council of Churches coming. And we've been endorsed by probably 50-some statewide organizations and national organizations. So this isn't really just an NCAE event. This is a state of North Carolina event standing up for the future of North Carolina. So we're going to have a little pep rally starting at 10 o'clock a.m. We're going to have, DJ Julio Morales kicking off. We're going out. Yes, bring your pumps there. We're going to have some cheer and some chants led off by Angie Scioli and her team.
Yes, I was there yesterday.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing some cheers there. Those will probably start about 8:30.
We'll probably hear them from here.
You'll hear them from there, because can you think of the thousands and thousands that are going to be rolling in with that sea of red? And about 10:30, we're going to start marching off of South Street up across Salisbury, and then make that left on Fayetteville Street and march in numbers like we've never seen before up to the General Assembly. Because there's going to be so many people, it will take us a while for everybody to get up there. But the staging is going to be at Halifax Mall there.
You're going to come up?
We're going to come up. They've given us permission. The city police are going to escort us. Mind you, they have been wonderful. So we want to thank the city police for collaborating with us to make this successful. And then we're going to walk around the legislative building. Then the stage will be on the other side.
Back there.
Oh,
by the way, we're in my office in the General Assembly.
Yes, this is in Representative Ball's office here. So we're going to the stage will be backed up to the other side of the legislative building, and the crowd will be facing the General Assembly and the beautiful skyline of Raleigh. And we have a number of speakers there. We're asking our representatives to come out in support of our 5 key priority issues. I'll run down those real quickly. Representative Ball has already signed on. Of course, as we said earlier, we want full funding for our support specialists. That's our school nurses, psychologists, counselors, social workers, and also librarians, who are very important to our school system. We also are asking for a $15 minimum wage for our lowest paid classified workers that were left out of last year's budget.
That was awful.
Yes, when all of the other state workers were left out of that.
And we'll get in a little bit talking about the budget, education budget that we heard last week, which of course is going to be moving around a little bit by the time it gets to all of us on Wednesday.
That's right.
At our full appropriations meeting.
Right.
But there's a lot in the budget I want to ask you about that I'm sure you think's missing, and what we need to do more of, just so that all of you out there can reach out to your legislators and let them hear from you that we're missing the boat in many ways.
Absolutely,
ahead,
absolutely.
tell us the rest
Yeah,
of the
that $15 hourly wage and 5% raises for our educators. Obviously, we have a beginning teacher salary that starts at $35 on the state schedule and ends at $52. They've eliminated master's degree pay. We want that put back in. We also are highlighting the fact that North Carolina has not had Medicaid expansion. And the fact that we have 500,000 citizens who do not get health insurance, and many of those are our students who come to school sick, and if they're sick, they can't learn.
Right.
And that is going to bring in great resources to our school districts and to the state.
And the parents often who are underemployed.
Absolutely.
And therefore have no
Right.
health care, also don't have the opportunity after school to spend time with their kids because they're probably having to go and have a second job trying to figure out how to pay those little bit of medical bills they might be able to out of their pockets.
That's exactly right. They're working those 2 and 3 jobs, and none of them have good health insurance. So they are having to out of pocket it themselves or go to the emergency room and have really huge costs. So yes, the Medicaid expansion, and of course restoring health insurance for new educators once they retire, because in 2021, once they're hired, they are no longer afforded low-cost health insurance after they retire and give 30 years of service to the state.
Well, like a lot of people, I think, who become teachers, state employees, and others, take jobs that perhaps pay less than they would out in certain other markets because we've had better benefits in the past, health care coverage, some decent retirement and so forth, and all those things have gradually been chipped away, if not gone. So we're trying to put those back.
Yes, exactly. I said you can't really talk about May 1st or May 16th of last year without talking about what really happened in 2013 of July, and that's where the major attacks on public education came forward. And we are losing about $3 billion a year, Representative Ball, on money that could be going to our public schools had they not had those tax cuts in 2013.
That's right. And they keep on coming.
And in the meantime, we haven't had textbooks in about 15 years. Many of our most experienced educators haven't had a pay increase since the recession. We have substitutes that are subbing all year long because we can't get certified teachers in our classrooms, and it is not the North Carolina way, and our citizens demand that we have a world-class public school system, as they should.
Absolutely. Like, I think we would like to give opportunities for learning experiences for kids as young as, 2 weeks old? If we could get them that early.
Yes, from the cradle to college and career, as we say. It is, educating the whole child, and it takes more than just a bubble sheet test score to say that you're successful. We know that educating the whole child is a well-rounded, robust education.
Can I talk to you a little bit about those things that were in education appropriations the other day?
Yes, please do.
There are a lot of things in there that we didn't like, but the one that I think is most relevant to what's happening here, thankfully on Wednesday with all the teachers and parents and other allies coming to the legislature, is saying that the school districts could no longer grant leave for you to come for this kind of thing in the future. Tell me what you think about that. I think I know. That
is deeply disturbing that they would try to...
I smile, but it's not funny.
Yes, it's not funny. I mean, it does show you the power of collective action. That when you have educators and NCAE and our parents, our community members, our allies out there that are standing up and saying, no, this isn't right, we need to come in Raleigh and get their attention and show them that we deserve better. So to try to silence that voice, they can try to legislate that, they can try to legislate it, but you can't silence us or the citizens of North Carolina that believe in a well-funded public school system that is actually guaranteed in our state constitution.
I know. I've thought a lot about that, and as I said earlier, that's why I ran for office, is because I was very concerned about what was happening to our public education system in North Carolina, and we've tried to make some progress. We've got so much more we need to do, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
I know you work. There must be 2 or 3 of you.
There is. Let me tell you.
Everywhere.
You know what? I am so proud to be able to hold the microphone of North Carolina's 110,000 public school workers. And most importantly, these students that we went into this career for. And I couldn't be prouder to have representatives like you and senators like you as well in the other chamber that are fighting for us. We've got a governor who is championing public education and has put that in every budget that he has put forward. And we're going to march forward on May 1st. And that is a one-day event. But I tell folks we're going to be watching what's going on every day of the session, and if we have to come back, we'll come back. And
I'm glad to hear that, because I know that there's been some talk out there among some people that why didn't you all wait till school was out
Yes,
and so
yes,
forth?
yes,
Well,
yes.
the reason you are here on Wednesday is because we are here.
Yes.
And we're considering the budget.
Yes.
And this is the best time to have the, as you called it, a microphone
That's
that
right.
We hope all of North Carolina, anybody outside of North Carolina that
That's
wants
right.
to voice what's
Yes.
happening. I think people are watching North Carolina in many ways
They are.
about some of the things
They
that
are.
have been going on here.
We were ground zero in 2013 for what's happened in public education and general assemblies across the country.
Right.
And people are rising up and saying, no, we need to have public schools. They are the foundation of our democracy. Right. And it takes everybody contributing some to make it happen.
Okay. Can I ask you if you'll come back?
I'd love to come back.
And
Absolutely.
we'll talk again after Wednesday, after how kind of reception you get.
Absolutely.
And if I can find you around the building, I bet I can.
Absolutely.
Outside at the rally or
just
something, we might just pull you in for a little
short. We'll do a
short.
Facebook Live and
That's
we'll
right.
talk public ad.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you,
much.
Representative Ball.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.